For 4 years, they ignored her, mocked her, called her names. But on graduation day, when she finally took the stage, every single person in that hall went silent. There's always that one person at school who stays quiet, who everyone underestimates. But what happens when the person everyone laughed at becomes the one voice no one can forget? Before we dive into this true-to-life story, make sure you subscribe to Skin Deep Stories, where we share emotional, thought-provoking tales that remind us sometimes silence has the loudest echo. Now, let's begin. Her name was Imani Brooks, 17, smart, gentle, and soft-spoken. At Northgate High, she was the girl who always sat in the back of the class, wore hand-me-down clothes, and spent lunch breaks in the library. When teachers called her name, voices snickered. "She's so weird. Why does she talk like that? She's so dark. You can barely see her when the lights are off." The whispers hurt, but Imani said nothing. Even when her projects were stolen, even when her poems were mocked, she just smiled and whispered, "It's okay. God sees me." Every night, Imani wrote in her journal, the only place she spoke freely. Pages filled with her dreams of becoming a writer, poems about color, kindness, and finding beauty in being unseen. One day, her English teacher, Mrs. Caldwell, found one of her essays. Tears filled her eyes as she read the words. "Silence isn't weakness, it's just the sound of a heart still learning how to heal." Mrs. Caldwell pulled Imani aside. "You have something powerful to say," she told her, "and one day, the world will listen." Imani just smiled shyly. "No one ever listens to girls like me, ma'am," Mrs. Caldwell replied. "Then make them." It was senior year. At prom night, the class pranksters decided to have fun with Imani. They told her she'd won Best Smile and called her up during the awards ceremony only to dump fake confetti and laughter over her head. The crowd erupted in giggles. Imani froze, then she walked off the stage, quietly wiping her tears. But that night, something changed. She wrote one final entry in her journal. "Tomorrow, I won't be quiet anymore." The graduation hall was filled with proud parents and restless students. Imani sat alone in the third row, holding her cap. When the principal announced, "This year's valedictorian, Imani Brooks," the laughter stopped. She walked up to the podium slowly, trembling at first, then she opened her journal. "For years, I thought being silent meant being weak. But silence can also mean strength, the kind that comes from surviving." The crowd fell quiet. She looked directly at the group of girls who mocked her. "You laughed at my skin, you mocked my voice, but my color is not my curse, it's my crown. And this voice? It's finally mine." To anyone who's ever been made to feel invisible, remember this. You were never the background. You were the whole picture. They just couldn't see the art yet. When she finished, the entire hall rose to their feet. Even her bullies cried. After the ceremony, a woman approached her, elegant, confident, and teary-eyed. "Imani, my name is Renee Jordan, founder of the Voices Foundation. We mentor young writers, and we'd love to sponsor your first book." Imani blinked, stunned. "My book?" Renee smiled. "Your graduation speech went viral. It's all over social media. The world just met your voice." They tried to silence her, but she turned their mockery into a microphone. "What about you? Do you think forgiveness makes you stronger? Or would you have given them the silence they gave you? Tell me in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to Skin Deep Stories for more emotional tales that prove every story has layers, and we go skin deep.